Hi there, my friends. Today is day 82 of this modular home build. We did take a few days off, a week, because of Thanksgiving holidays. No one came out to do anything. I did a little bit of work up top with the wife, but this morning the power company got here to do some work and get my power. They say unless they run into issues like hitting solid sheetrock, then I will have power at the top of the hill by the end of the day, which is goodness. So what I need to do is get Samson and Delilah out of the area they're in, because I don't want any issues with the two guardian dogs going after the power guys as they come down here. They got to drill 2 holes on this hillside behind me, and I don't want the guardian dogs causing the power company any issues. So I'm gonna get them moved, go to the top of the hill and check and see what they've done so far. Okay, we are at the early stages of all this. The power company has put in the first pole back over that way somewhere. So the first pole is in. They also went and pulled the wire over to my meter. So you see the wires hanging out of the meter now. The one gentleman is going to mount the transformer on top of this pole, while the other crew goes and puts the last 2 poles in and then replaces my original pole. I also had my, well, not my, but the crane company came, evaluated the site for where they're going to park the crane to lift up the house. Now, on timing. The house was supposed to ship right before Thanksgiving, but there were storms in the area, so they decided to hold off for better weather to ship it. So it is actually shipping today or tomorrow. Should get here on my property Wednesday. Today's Monday. So that'll be a fun day to watch a house be delivered, and I'll actually be able to see it for the first time myself. Now, as North of 44 says, there's something, he did an interview with a gentleman. I'll see if I can find a link to put it here. It was interesting. They talked about the $100,000 rule on these houses. So basically you save a bunch of money on these modular houses, but you don't get all the customization options as you do with a regular stick and brick, which even those are limited. Right? You don't get every option in the world, because you know, I've been down that road, built a stick and brick in the past, and you get what the builder offers. 2 examples of that I've run into is whenever I spec'd this house out and had it ordered, I had a choice of one appliance. That was it, Beko, and I did some reading on them. They look good. They're apparently somewhere out of Germany or something like that. And then there was, now when I go look at the builder website, there is a option of Beko or Bosch. So things are always changing on these houses. You just got to keep up with it. I guess you get what you get. So I can't pick Bosch because my house is already picked. Another thing is I changed in my dining room. It has 2 windows. I changed those windows to a patio door. I don't know if that's a French door or a sliding glass door. All I know is it's a patio door. So 2 windows came out and the patio door went in. When the house gets here on Wednesday, I'll figure out what I have. It's kind of a surprise. So that's where I'm at. We will have a house this week, and hopefully I have power by the end of the day today. 2 different guys in 2 different places with the power company told me as long as they don't have any issues, they'll be good. I'm gonna go check on them because I moved one of my Anatolians away from their working area because I didn't want them, Mika, I didn't want them to deal with the dogs. Delilah's easier, so I'm gonna go check on the power guys and we'll check in with y'all later. Well, no power today. They toured the hillside where a pole needs to go, and they can't get their truck on that hillside without concerns of safety. Fair enough. I have a lot of concerns of safety on that hillside. So they're gonna they have ordered a flex track to come out and dig the last pole. So they're gonna put everything in except for the one pole that's on the hillside. Flex track will be here next week, and then they'll put that one pole in and stretch the wire. So we'll see how far they get, but I guess no power today in the grand scheme of things. Oh well. And on the waterproofing for this basement, my concrete guy waterproofed it for me. It was one of those things that was kind of a surprise. I was busy that day at work, came up, and there was a coat of waterproofing on there. Wasn't something we talked about. Not really. We kind of mentioned I wanted to waterproof it, and he just did it. So I'm not sure what's supposed to be done versus not done. I've heard all kind of things you can do with multi-layers and the waterproofers, water damper paint, and then you put a plastic wrap and then a foam board. I've heard all kind of stuff. But what he did was he painted up to that level the whole way around, and then it kind of went down at an angle here, and then it did a sharp triangle on that retaining wall at the end. And you might be able to see some of the color variations where I put a second coat on last night. It was dark, but I was trying to fill in what one of my brother-in-laws called holidays. Those are, if you see the white specks, most of them are gone at the bottom. I'm going to come back up here again today and put a third coat on. I got one more 5-gallon can. Up at the top was what I did, so that's a 1 coat. Cold weather, 1 coat. So I was cold, it was dark, I was trying to put a first coat on. That's what you get. So I worked around the bottom first while it was still daylight the whole way around the house and put it all on there, a second coat, and tried to fill in every holiday I could find. Don't know why they have that word holiday, but okay, fine, whatever, holiday. I filled in as many as I could get my hands on or see, so I'm going to come back and put more paint on today anywhere I can find more. This is going to be the electric entrance to the house. I'm going to take this pipe, bend it around, and put it in there. When this was dug out, that pipe could wiggle. Right now that pipe can't wiggle because it's all buried. Got to fix that. And the way they did the French drain is they took it up to this wall, capped it, went to the left, other side is the cap, going off to the right. Right now the French drain just daylights out. They're gonna, excavator guys are gonna clean that up some. They just put it there to have it set before they backfill. Now some of these holes are huge, way overdug, and it would take 2 dump truck loads to fill up just this one area. So what he said he's gonna do is he's gonna put a scoop of clean base and then a scoop of clay, and clean clay all the way up, so that essentially you'll have the gravel is going to slope down, then the clay is going to go on top, then there'll be another gravel and another clay. That way there I don't have to buy 8 million tons of clean base, because this hole is huge. I mean, that's probably a good 15 foot, way overdug. And then with some of the wash-ins we had with all the rain, these walls got wider and they dug it out. All the muck that was down there they dug out. So theoretically, see, like here's a good example, wash in. See, they didn't dig all this corner out. It's still sitting down there, but it's okay because that's not near the house. This side, I did not paint this side all the way up like I did the other side. I just put the second coat. So this is, you can see what the waterproofer guy did, and I went up above where I could reach while I was standing on ground level down there without a stick. I don't see many holidays on this side. This side looks really good. See a couple. There's a couple right there I'll have to touch up. Again, I don't know how perfect it needs to be, but I don't want to dig this up again later, so we'll put a third coat. And that's where we're at right now, is power will not be here today. The basement is almost done being waterproofed. It was theoretically done being waterproof, but I didn't like how it was done, so I've been accused of over-engineering things a time or two. So I'm just going to put more of the Henrys on there, and we will just continue on getting this house set up.